It is the 28th of February 1943. In just a few weeks, the fortunes of war have changed significantly. The Soviet Red Army has made major territorial gains in the south, has taken the strategic hub of Sitomir, and is currently assaulting the Germans in the marsh areas that Army Group Center has been defending throughout this winter, and is trying to gain a major operational encirclement that will allow hopefully the destruction of the main German fighting force. To that extent, the second motorized is attacking from the north in the southern outskirts of Minsk, whereas the first motorized with supporting infantry divisions is attacking from the south and is trying to make the arduous walk through the terrain of the marshlands. We're getting all the air support that we can probably have, although I think at this point, yes, we no longer need to operate in the Ukrainian airspace. We will refocus the close air support that we've got available to the airbase near Minsk that we've captured, and refocus on the Belarus airspace. We've got one tactical bomber wing here, which we can also refocus, and there is these air wings can move closer to the front lines, to the newly captured airbase, and get ready for further operations. I don't think the Luftwaffe is anywhere to be seen. There are some fighters and some ground support planes in Belarus, but it's insignificant at this point. They have, I don't even know what they're sending here. What are these? There's some Focke-Wulf 190s are coming at the front lines now, but I don't think they're going to make a big impact. It's more important that we're breaking through in the north here, and to that regard, we can concentrate our forces around Minsk and try to make something happen. Right. Anything else before we get started? We can give Zhukov another trait. Not particularly interested in Fortress Buster or Scavenger, but is he close to any of the? He's already got the Infantry Expert, so he would probably need to have one of the terrains. Yeah, he's nowhere near close to any of these. So maybe we'll just give him the Scavenger for equipment capture. We can always use German rifles for. We can always use German rifles for controlling for garrison duty. So we'll give him that. And anybody else? And I think he would also become. He could be an entrenchment or an infantry specialist. I already have an infantry specialist, so I think I'm good at this point. Let's continue with the general assault, and I am going to need my tank divisions to help with this push here. This is probably the more favorable one. So we'll see if we can make breakthroughs. Actually, we might try to go around here. See if we can make any breakthroughs along the lines here. And we've got a couple more tank divisions coming in, and I would like them to go along the same route and see if we can connect with our troops in Minsk. And I'm going to get these two tank divisions here to follow up this as well, and see if we can make a major push here. Meanwhile, in the north, it's hard going. So it looks like breaking through the German defenses in the marshlands here, even with air support, is still going to be a problem. and is not an awful lot that we might be able to push them here in the south a little bit and assist with the assault here. Let's see if we can narrow we can tighten the noose a little bit. But it looks like breaking them here in the marshes under Guderian is going to be difficult, especially that we are now running into supply problems because Sitomir is yes, obviously overloaded, with the tank divisions here being engaged. But we'll see. We'll throw infantry as well on the lines and see if we can make the break here. In the north, it doesn't quite look like we'll be able to. And unfortunately, again, the lines here are relatively well defended. And we don't have an awful lot of... we're fighting in the Belarus area, right? We should have. We have a relatively decent air efficiency. Might have to get a couple of the... we've got the close air support wings here, so that should work out reasonably well. But it looks like we're really like these attacks into the swamp are really difficult, and we'll just have to keep going and just reinforce the assaults here, to be honest. And I'm going to change the second motorized as well to just be it's difficult to make. We'll just do it by hand. But yeah, the lack of supply in the northern area here is just not happening. So let's get the second motorized realigned here and give them an offensive line to try and capture Minsk and see if that goes any better. But I think the assaults here at the moment have failed. So let's get them realigned. Guards divisions no longer attacking here, and we will try to get the second motorized once they are all in place. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing down there, but once they're all in place, we will try to do another push along the plains here, widen the front even more, and maybe try to surround them if we can. But it looks like here also we are failing to break through Guderian in the south. The Air Force just does not have the impact that we need it to have. And despite this being swamps, the tank divisions are still the most powerful and potent weapon that we have. So we'll reinforce this attack whenever we have divisions ready that are that can be thrown into the fray. And we will just keep at it, really, and see what we can make happen, and see if we can get any kind of breakthrough here in the south. Okay, we get some Lend-Lease again from Liberia, and we have the political power. We can probably do a couple of useful things with political power. How's our propaganda going? Oh, we can heroes forward, more oil transport. Can't do those. That's more material. Consumer good factories. Division recovery rate for up to 5 unit leaders. Okay, that's something we could do. Political power gain, war support. We've got all that. Heroes forward sounds good. Let's do it. Heroes forward for the motherland. Try to break through these German lines here, and if it's the last thing we're doing. So these 9 divisions here under Guderian are just difficult to break. Also because we are still trying to break them here. To break these 4 divisions under von Manstein as well, with the air support that we can get. Let's actually focus the armored assault on these divisions here, because that we will shorten the front line for the first motorized. And support the attack from here. And support the attack from here. And support the attack from here. There we go. Okay. Because that'll give us an opportunity to get the tanks. We might not be able to break through, but we might be able to widen the front lines and get more of a push going, while everybody else is relocating. Okay, Mogilev is defended, so let's not waste our efforts here. We will, however, attempt to let's see, what is the supply situation here? We might be able to push out a little bit more with the tanks here and see if that works. If we can break into here and just make a bit of a breakout here towards the through the fields and through the open terrain. While we can't take on Minsk, we might be able to. And the Germans have immediately reinforced. We're facing 2 panzer divisions now, so the tanks have their work cut out for them. But in the open fields, these are relatively powerful. So, how is it looking in the south? We're not yet making any inroads. Not yet making any inroads towards Guderian's forces in the swamps. The Air Force is, however, striking them out in the open in the swamps. They have a lot less opportunity to. They have a lot less opportunities to hide. So the first motorized will keep attacking, and we will see if we can get anywhere with that assault. The Mogilev salient has once again been stabilized by the Germans. They are suffering out of supply here, but we should be. Oh, we're actually running low on fuel. So we might have to do something about that, which means once the excavation tech is done, we will probably do some work on fuel refining. Otherwise, we might have to stop these offensives. How are we doing? How's Vasilevsky doing in the open fields against Hauser? That looks much more promising. But especially the some of the tank divisions, the heavy tank divisions. The Germans have no way of penetrating these without lack of advanced anti-tank rifles or guns, really. We've got 150 political power again. Let's see if there's anything. Ace pilot, yeah, that's cool. We don't want to raise militias. We're not on the defense. However, we could expand. This is all steel and chromium. None of this is interesting. These are not yet, because we haven't done the excavation tech. Are we on material? Yeah, rubber is a bit of an issue as well, again. So, but we might be able to just get a chief of navy. A naval designer, rather. I think repair refurbishment, battle fleet. Yeah, submarine designer sounds about right. We haven't really done an awful lot with the navy. Our submarines are occasionally sinking things, but we're not doing an awful lot. We've got a couple of destroyers sitting around, not really an awful lot happening. The focus obviously is here on the ground. So we are still trying to break through through Guderian here on the ground, and it looks like our assaults here are successful. We are pushing back and... Okay, excavation tech's done. We are now engaging the 1st and 16th Panzer Division. So now I'm curious. And it looks like some of these... oh yeah, so they are definitely able to penetrate some of the older tanks that we have. But we are also managing quite well against these German mediums, so I think we will be able to defeat these in the field. I did say fuel is becoming a bit of an issue, so fuel gain per oil would be a good thing. We also need to do construction, excavation. There's lots of techs we need to do, but let's do this one for now. And do we need to produce some infrastructure somewhere where we have oil? Let's have a quick look. Actually, we can gain some chromium here. There, yes. Let's improve the oil fields in the Caucasus, and make sure that we are extracting as much as possible. So these last 3 need to go up, and that should also assist with things in general. Right, assault's still going in the south, and we are breaking a little bit through here in the north, but again, supply is the major issue because we haven't taken Minsk yet. Do I have any flame tanks? I don't think I have any on... I don't think the production line is where is it? Where's my production line? There. So the BT7Fs, 12 tanks in, that's not going to be enough, so... But we will create... well, it might actually be. Let's get these back in. Before we do that, so let's get one of the guards templates. And we're going to duplicate that. And that is the... that will be the urban assault guards rifles. We're going to have to give them a different symbol, such that I know which ones they are. Otherwise I'm going to get mightily confused. Do we have anything that says urban assault? Yeah, the Fist of Stalin, that'll have to do. And these guys are going to get a light flame tank company. It needs 15 flame tanks. And that means that in urban areas they now have plus 20% attack, and they are going to trade the anti-tank for artillery, and we're going to remove the support AT. Anything else that we can add here? Is recon going to give us anything for urban? No, it just gives us general movement. They can take an armored recon company. I've got light tanks laying around. That's not so much of a problem. Or we can give them logistics. Logistics might not be bad. Okay, let's go with logistics. And these guys are going to be... I'm going to throw more artillery into here, honestly. Yes. So this is going to be the urban assault brigade, or division rather. And let's see if we can change one of the guards divisions here for the 8th Army to urban assault against Minsk. Let's switch these to these, and yep, that looks good. Okay, and we're just going to need to wait for the remaining flame tanks to come in, but they will be there to run the assault. Doesn't look too successful here. So far, we are still fighting. We're still fighting von Manstein's troops here in the swamp. The air force is working. However, Guderian is still also holding here. But we've got reserves, and we might, with time and air power, actually get through here. So let's throw some more divisions in on this side. And we will use the infantry here to support as well. How's it look in the north? We are slowly making breakthroughs, and I'm just keeping an eye on that. I'm not missing anything, but I think these are all these are just ace pilots. Yes. How is it looking in the air? Luftwaffe is gone, which means we are doing damage to enemy divisions. We've got good mission efficiency, and nothing's going on here anyway. So. Yeah, we've got complete supremacy in the air. It's just a matter of pushing through here and grinding down Guderian's forces with the help of close air support in the south, while we are trying to make something happen here against the German panzer divisions. In the north, we'll see if we can actually expand here a little bit, because then there's an opportunity if we can break through, if we can manage a breakthrough here in the south against these 6 German divisions, then there is an opportunity for the tanks to link up and encircle the whole of Army Group Center. That's pretty much what we're going for. Another German convoy sunk, and that's that. So let's keep going here and see if we have any divisions that we can throw back into the fray. Getting through these swamps is terrifying, but it's what we need to do in order to get the Germans out of there. Let's speed this up a little bit, otherwise we're going to be here forever. And there's another tank division that can go back into the assault. Same here. And this one is recovering as well. We are defending here from a German counterattack, but generally it's us doing the attacking. So once the divisions are somewhat recovered, let's bring the artillery up north. I forgot about that. Let's bring that to Sitomir and see if we can. Another tank division we can throw in the fray. See if we can break these Germans here. We have, unfortunately, not much space. That's why we're trying to. To widen the front lines here a little bit, and generally assist with the attack. 2 tank divisions. Let's get the guards divisions in as well. 3 tank divisions. Let's keep going. Keep attacking, please. I would like all the tank divisions on point. And same here. All the guards divisions as well. Okay. We have made some inroad in the north. So we will try to maintain the initiative here. And shorten the lines into that salient and get these 2 tank divisions to keep on assaulting as well. We're starting to see guards divisions in the Asian theater, so we can finally fill up the this army here. We've got 17 actually, so we need to switch one into guards divisions. And we are very low on anti-tank, but we can start throwing these. Oh, we've got plenty actually here. Let's just select these. Oh, that's a whole army by itself. Okay, well, we'll just create another army here. So that's another army here. Do we have anyone capable? He is a career officer, cavalry leader. I don't have any more infantry leaders. Can I promote somebody from the officer corps? Actually, that's another thing I wanted to check. Oh yeah, we can give some medals. Yes, please. So where are you? You're in the northern front here. Do we have someone south front? Yes. You will get a medal. And I don't have the political power to give you medals. Okay, which means I also don't have the political power to promote anybody. So experience-wise, do we have any infantry officers? No, we've only got special forces. We could promote him. He would get an infantry officer. Yeah, why not? So he's already got the merit battle. And we'll promote him. Oh, I don't have the command power. I need 100 command power for that. I can't get 100 command power. Oh, great. I have too many generals to start with. All right, that's not happening then. In that case, we're just going to give you somebody from the roster. And Golkov it is. So you take that on. And we will get this army to maintain a front line in the northern front here and start planning operations against the Empire of Manchukuo. We've also got 3 military factories. Great. What are we short on? We are short on heavy tanks, motorized rocket. Oh, we're short on Katyushas. That's not good. Let's put some more production into Katyushas. Where are they? Can't have the Soviets running out of Katyushas now, can we? Where is my Katyusha production? There it is. So let's put 5 factories into that. I think we lost it at some point, which cost us production efficiency, unfortunately. And our rubber problems hopefully are sorted soon as well. So let's get everybody there in the east ready. But for now, we're dealing with the German Reich. How's the naval invasion in France going? Seems to be relatively stuck, but we are making progress here. Let's throw more divisions at the front lines. Let's make sure that everybody participates. And we've got more tanks pushing out here towards Minsk. That if we can't get through the swamps here, we'll see if we can continue the push here and open up the line from the north as well. United States is no longer lend-leasing us things. That's fine. And general tank assault is happening here against Hausa. We'll see how well that is going to go. We might actually. How many did? There's 3 areas, all marshland. Okay, so that has failed. In that case, we can try to assault the tanks in the marsh here. Probably not going to go well, but we'll see what we can get done here, and see if we can start wearing them down a little bit, waiting for the divisions from the south to come in, which are still struggling, breaking through the German lines here. Zukov versus von Manstein, and it's just a grind really, trying to get through these German lines here. Because of the territory. I mean, we could try. How is the supply situation looking? We could try for the supply hub in Minsk, but this is also swamps, and getting through that is generally a terrible effort. So hopefully in the air we can make something. We can make more happen here. We've got 12 close air support wings. We should be able to be doing more damage to enemy divisions, honestly. Yes, we're definitely doing damage to enemy divisions, but we've lost a fair amount of support planes to anti-aircraft firepower, actually. Okay, advanced rubber processing is done. Does that solve our rubber issues? It does not quite, but almost. And in that case, that'll just fuel gain. We could do excavation tech. I think I'm going to do construction 5 because that's sort of overdue at this point. And we've got a couple more things that we can do. I am not interested in any of these by now. And these are all out. And this is just things we don't really need. And we can't do these yet due to excavation tech missing, so we'll get there eventually. Alright, assault in the north appears to have stalled, so let's try that again. But yeah, out of supply assaults like this is relatively unlikely to be successful. Yeah, it's not happening. And this is planes, but then we're sort of completely overstretched at this point. So again, supply being the issue here. How's and we've got 3 factories. How is the situation? Katyushas, what are we short of? We're building Yak 3s in sufficient amounts, and we are a little short on medium tanks, but not an awful lot. So I think I can stop the production line of the old T-34s, and we are building IS-2s at this point. We are still short of heavy tanks, so the IS-2s are nowhere near ready yet, production-wise. Anything else that we're short of? a little bit of everything, really. Offensive operations are generally, well, expensive in these kind of regards. We're even short on trucks, but we've got, let's make that 5. Trains, that should work out. And I think, I don't like the situation, I don't like our situation around, we're still good on infantry equipment, but the anti-tank guns are running a little low. So we might just increase that ever so slightly. So let's make that, we don't need an awful lot of them, but let's make sure that we're making enough. Okay, so supply situation. Do we have flame tanks? Do we have flame tanks laying around now? Light flame tank 9. That's almost good enough, I'd say. So let's get. I would like to have. Where am I? Here. I would like to have 3 assault divisions with flame tanks. So let's change you into the urban assault division as well. Actually, we might need more. So let's just change these. We'll just change these, and then they can take the tanks on when it's necessary. But that gives us this one too. I know that they're still waiting for the tanks, but everything else should be available. So that gives us 4 divisions for an urban assault against Minsk, together with the other divisions, and we'll see how that works out. Yeah, how are we looking in the south? I think the assault here against the Germans has stalled, so let's resume that and see if we can make that happen, while at the same time keeping the pressure up on the other front line. Widen it and try to break them, try to push them out here from the swamp positions before they can dig in. And then we have a wider front line against this province here, this March province here in Mosir. And we'll see how that goes. Yeah, it's slow going. Nothing else really happening. Tankograd, what was that doing? That gave me military factories, didn't it? That was... Where was that? That was somewhere over here. Yeah, there we go. So now we could merge tank and material plants. Yeah, let's do that. Merge plant decisions. Sounds good. Let's do that. And that obviously means we instantly have 3 military factories. I am, at this point, going to, I think, stop the production of the older rifles. Let's stop that. And get the newer ones going. We have sufficient infantry equipment to make things happen, but I think generally we've got stockpiles of artillery. We're good in artillery, so artillery is not so much the problem. It looks like, and we're just producing a lot of it, but it looks like AA needs to upgrade. It's not super important, but we might need this is just still building up. We're building up self-propelled artilleries here. Flame tanks are under construction. Everything else looks good. BTRs coming in nicely. Oh, actually, we're getting we have a stockpile of BTRs now, which means we can potentially shift some of these tank divisions over here. So let's have a quick look. I would need, I think that's the last thing I'm going to do today. This is the medium tank division, the more modern medium tank division here. So let's find ourselves some medium tank divisions and change them to this one. Yeah, and this is going to need self-propelled artillery, yeah, and self-propelled anti-air. Okay, good. So we might need a bit more of SPGs. So self-propelled artillery. Let's double that to 10, and and we'll probably, yes, just because we need more of those. So let's actually double it. Let's increase it to 20. We are increasingly running out of tungsten, so we might have to start trading for tungsten actually. We can trade with British Malaya for tungsten, so that's not an issue. So let's do that. And then we've got that sorted. Okay, cool. So we are starting to improve the tank divisions in the north here a little bit. And they are just waiting for the mechanized... that's why I don't want to do it on divisions that are currently actively engaged in combat, because they are waiting for mechanized equipment. And yeah, we are completely out of supply here. So I think I will have to remove the 9 divisions from the 2nd motorized and actually extend the front lines here to make sure that we are covering this area. And I'm gonna, yeah, once the infantry has reached, once the infantry has joined here, then we'll remove these tank divisions. They are. And we'll try another assault on Minsk if that's going to work out with the others. But yeah, slow going. We're still trying to break the Germans here in the swamp, and despite aerial superiority, despite throwing everything we have at them from our side, it is just a difficult grind. But if we can successfully break these, and we have to take Minsk in the north before we do any more offensive operations. Okay, so we can take these 6 tank divisions and move them. We'll move them back first into Vitebsk, and just leave the front line alone here because they are just taking up too much supply. But we will try a multi-pronged assault against. Oh, there's a plains actually territory here, but. We could push them out here and open yet another front on Minsk. That might be a good job for these 3 tank divisions here. Let's move them north, and we will deal with that next episode. Because I think for now, yes, it's slow going. It's slow going. We are still trying to break through the German divisions. They're still reinforcing. And we are doing a lot of damage from the air, but it is... we're gonna... Oh, one of our agents got captured. But we will keep trying to break through the German lines here and close the positions while also taking Minsk in the north. And I think we have... Okay, this is the last thing we do today. We're going to change the Marine Division template, and I think I would like something like this, because that'll allow us to open another front in the north or across the river lines, or to make something happen against Army Group Center. So you need engineering, support RT, the flame tanks give us river attack as well. So yeah, you get flame tanks. And we will need artillery lines. So artillery, let's give 2, 3, 4 artillery. That looks about right. And then we can do a you can have, yep, this is just for movement. Yeah, we'll give you motorized recon. Anything else we need? Well, we'll go with that. I think that's a good start. So that's our marine template. And do we have marine division? Yes, that's what you are. And then we will just deploy these units. They might be fresh, but they can go and join the Mountain Corps, which is going to have to be renamed to Special Forces. And you are going to plan a breakthrough across the river line. Although actually here is where I need you. this here, this is where I want you to be. So we're going to get you here, and not along the whole line here. We're going to get you there. So I want these 6 divisions on that line, and I want you to close that gap around Mogilev for the 3rd Battle of Mogilev. But all of that is coming up in the next episode. For now, it is spring. We're in April. It's no longer snowing, and the Germans are we're still trying to evict the Germans from the swamp. If we're not getting anywhere there, then we might try a more westerly encirclement, but that requires us to take Minsk. So that's probably what we're going to be attempting next episode. We're going to try and take Minsk off the Germans and see if we can make any breakthroughs there. But that's it for me today. Thanks everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.